I'm sorry. That was acting. That's what that was. I don't really care what happens with this movie. I really hope her career is pretty much over. I'd be thrilled to see that. I can't imagine. I mean, Christian.
What happens when fame gets too big, too fast? When someone who was once the face of a hit TV show goes from rising star to internet disaster in just 1 year, that's exactly what's happened to Bella Ramsey. She was supposed to be the next big thing, Hollywood's favorite, the proud face of The Last of Us. But after a single South Park episode, her image came crashing down.
Because Ellie still looks and acts like a 14-year-old from season 1, even though she's supposed to be 19.
Joel, I think I found something.
Whoa!
What?
No, nothing. It's just, your forehead seems bigger than last season.
I think I found a way.
And what followed? A full-blown meltdown live streamed to thousands, angry fans turning against her, and HBO cutting ties without saying a word. This isn't just a story about a canceled show. This is the story of how Bella Ramsey burned bridges, lost fans, and may have ended her career. All while the internet watched it fall apart in real time.
We just had to not like each other for a bit.
You had to not like me, which came easy.
Like most people, I liked the first season. I thought they did a great job. Season 2, I was skeptical on them not recasting Ellie and keeping Bella Ramsey as Ellie because it's supposed to take place 5 years into the future, but obviously Bella Ramsey in real life was not going to age that much in, the 2 years it took between seasons. So in the show, Ellie still looks exactly the same, but is supposed to be 5 years older. Also, Ellie still acts exactly the same. For some reason, they made the decision for The Last of Us Season 2 to make Ellie dumb, to the point where she even says that she's stupid. Why? That just kind of betrays the character.
Let's start at the beginning. Bella Ramsey became famous playing Lyanna Mormont in Game of Thrones. She stole scenes with confidence, power, and attitude. It didn't take long for HBO to tap her again for something even bigger, The Last of Us. Bella was cast as Ellie, a main character in one of the most beloved video games ever, and in season 1 of the show she did well. Critics praised her for being raw, emotional, and different. Fans made memes, merchandise with her face sold out. She wasn't just acting anymore. She was Ellie. She got magazine covers. She was everywhere online. Bella was being called the future of TV. And for a while, it seemed like she could do no wrong.
Yes, maybe we can prop it open with something and you can slide.
Whoa! Oh my god, what?
Is it getting bigger?
Stop it.
No, seriously, what's with that?
It's fine, Joel.
Does it hurt?
Joel, please. You're making me self-conscious.
I'm sorry, it's just a little bit startling.
Normal head, Joel. Can we just get back to the door things?
It's planetary.
Leave it.
It's gonna have its own area code soon.
Change up your impression at all, or is it pretty much the same?
Well, the noise is the same. I've not got any more noises in my back pocket. The new infected are pretty terrifying. They're so smart, and they haven't really got a noise. That's the whole point of them. They're silent and terrifying.
Ooh, give us a little silent and terrifying.
But fame is a tricky thing. What people love one day, they can turn on the next. And that's what happened as season 2 of The Last of Us started production. Fans noticed changes. Bella didn't just play Ellie, she started trying to control how Ellie was written. She began calling out fans, saying they were stuck in the past. She pushed for major changes in the storyline. Interviews showed her dismissing fan opinions as cowardly. That didn't sit well with a lot of people. Instead of listening to the fans, Bella doubled down. She kept making bold statements and fans kept pushing back. And then South Park stepped in. If you know South Park, you know they don't hold back. They see something going wrong in pop culture and they go after it. In their episode called The Woke of Us, they made fun of The Last of Us and especially Bella Ramsey. The parody version of Bella was named Bella Trashly, and it was brutal. In the episode, Trashly gives speeches about zombies needing representation, refuses to use weapons, and says violence is colonialism. Meanwhile, characters like Cartman fall asleep from boredom. The parody was so close to Bella's real interviews, it was scary. TikTok, YouTube, and Twitter lit up with edits comparing her words to the parody. Suddenly, people weren't just annoyed with Bella, they were laughing at her. Bella went silent after the South Park episode. Fans waited to see what she'd say. Then late one night, she went live on Instagram, but instead of a calm, professional response, she broke down. She cried, accused HBO of betrayal, and said she had been used and thrown away. She said the South Park episode felt like a public execution. She even said, "I was Ellie. I gave everything to that character." And now I'm being mocked like it meant nothing. At the end of the live stream through tears, she said, "I'm done pretending. I'm done being your puppet." The internet responded fast and not with sympathy. Clips of her crying were turned into memes. One video even mixed her sobbing with music and South Park clips titled "Trashly's Real Breakdown." It went viral overnight. Her effort to speak up turned into just another moment for the internet. Most people thought HBO would step in to support her. After all, she was the star of their hit show, but instead they did nothing. No tweets, no statements, no support. Behind the scenes though, leaks started coming out. Turns out HBO was already planning to let Bella go. Insiders said she had become difficult to work with. She demanded script changes. She fought with writers and directors. Some said scenes that should have taken hours dragged into full-day shoots. A leaked memo said, "Oh, we need a lead actor, not an ideological figurehead." Just like that, HBO dropped her. She was removed from press kits. Her interviews vanished from their YouTube channel. She wasn't just fired, she was erased. Fans online split into two groups. One side stood by Bella, saying she was brave, honest, and misunderstood. They started hashtags like #Justice for Bella and #Stand with Ramsey. Edits of her most emotional scenes went viral again, but this time as tributes. The other side wasn't having it. Critics called her a walking PR disaster. They said she turned a fan favorite character into a political message. The biggest Reddit thread about her had over 25,000 upvotes and was titled "Ramsey Ruined Everything." Cosplayers dropped her version of Ellie. Some fan pages banned her name to stop arguments. The internet didn't just stop liking Bella, it turned her into a warning sign. And then came the worst part, behind the scenes leaks. Insider blogs revealed Bella wasn't just hard to work with. She tried to change the whole show. She argued with writers during table reads. She wanted to control scenes that weren't even hers. She insisted the show should push bigger cultural ideas, not just tell a good story. One HBO executive called it narrative activism on steroids. Even Pedro Pascal, who had always supported her, reportedly became distant. Some say he even warned the studio months earlier about Bella's behavior. The fans' worst fears were confirmed. Bella didn't want to play Ellie. She wanted to be Ellie and change everything around her. Back on the internet, South Park's parody wasn't slowing down. It started trending in other countries. YouTubers dubbed it in French, German, Portuguese, you name it. Late night shows joked about Bella. Saturday Night Live made a sketch. People stopped talking about The Last of Us and started talking about how Bella Ramsey had become the main character in her own downfall. And as all of this was happening, Bella disappeared. No tweets, no posts, nothing. She was gone. Bella Ramsey's fall wasn't just fast, it was public, painful, and unforgettable. It started with her trying to be bold, then came the backlash, then South Park turned her into a joke, her live stream meltdown made it worse, HBO cut her loose, and now she's vanished while the internet argues about who to blame. She wanted to be remembered as the actress who redefined Ellie. Instead, she may be remembered as the one who flew too high too fast and found out the hard way that the internet doesn't forgive. And it never forgets. Because in Hollywood, you don't always get to write your own ending. Sometimes someone else writes it for you. And sometimes that someone is South Park.